So, President Obama is a socialist spreading the wealth. Just like Reagan Cheney Bush, I suppose, but with one big difference. Obama's policies tilt the playing field more in favor of the middle and lower classes, while the Republicans spread much more wealth towards the rich and political elite. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Never mind the misguided anger at targeting the current government. Much of the Tea Party has a solution: guns and violence. And there is a new poll to prove it. The envelope, please. The Shamey Award for the poll people, that always odd percentage of bizarre poll results, goes to the Tea Party.
And today, on this Martin Luther King Day, two former national leaders spoke out about rhetorical violence. Former Vice President Cheney telling NBC News, quote, "Certainly there's nothing wrong with, and I wouldn't be critical about, people who are saying, look, we need to be careful about our rhetoric. We need to treat one another with respect during the course of our political debates." Mr. Cheney, however, resisting the notion that violent rhetoric could fuel violent action. Not so former President Clinton in a statement on MLK Day, saying, quote, "We live in a world where what we say and how we say it can be read, heard, or seen by those who understand exactly what we mean and by those whose inner demons take them to a very different place." A new poll taken after the shooting showing only a handful of Americans, 5 or 6%, calling violence against the current U.S. government justified, but 13% of the Tea Party says it is.
So why is the Tea Party predisposed to violence? 160% more than Democrats and over twice as much as the rest of Americans? Clues can be found in some of my favorite photos from the 2010 Tea Party events in Washington to protest President Obama and change. Change like life-saving health care for millions. Ironically, Tea Partiers totally ignore the will of the American people, 68 million strong, that elected President Obama to a 4-year term, even as they whine about Congress not listening to their self-centered demands. Look at the sparse crowd at the supposedly big, million-strong Tea Party events. More proof that the media over-amplifies Tea Party rancor. If anybody's counting, the combined total popular vote of Republicans and Tea Partiers in the 2010 midterm election was only around 50 million. Comparatively, President Obama's 68 million 4-year mandate is still the big dog on the block.
A new poll taken after the shooting showing only a handful of Americans, 5 or 6%, calling violence against the current U.S. government justified, but 13% of the Tea Party says it is.